Hey guys, I'm Chris.
Hey everybody, I'm Robert.
And we're the Film Flamers.
And it's time. It's that magical time of quarter where we have Shooting the Flames.
Yes, that magical beginning time of quarter where we have Shooting the Flames because we do it quarterly now.
That's right.
And this is, of course, the episode where we talk about all of your comments, questions, and concerns. Maybe not that last one.
Well, hopefully not that last one.
Well, hopefully you're concerned about your questions and comments.
Yes.
And the answers that you will receive.
Which will spew from our mouths.
Yes, they will spew from our mouths, and your cup will runneth over. Your sports cup will runneth over.
Because we are chock-a-block with comments, questions, and concerns from this previous quarter and beyond.
Chock-a-block, wow. I thought people only born before 1940 said that. Scram, Betty.
Wow, we haven't heard that phrase right here in 40 years. Anyway, I have a surprise for you.
Oh?
We have an official review.
Holy crap.
From Apple Podcasts. Do you want to know when our last official written review on Apple Podcasts was?
Yes.
1 year ago.
My God.
1 year in.
Yeah, because everyone's listening on Spotify these days.
That's right.
And a varied other things, obviously. But
yeah.
The biggest thing now, of course, is Spotify. When we first started the podcast, many years ago now, it was all about the iTunes and the Apple Podcasts, and now it's just not.
Yeah, I feel like I should probably just start linking to Spotify at this point. It's just so easy for me to link to Apple, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I have an Apple phone.
I don't use either iTunes or Spotify for my podcasts.
I use Spotify, oddly, even though I have the app. Anyway, that's beside the point. The point is, after 1 year's time, we have a review from Joseph Adam Lover, smiley face.
Joseph Adam Lover.
Mm-hmm. And he says, Muppety in the best possible way. I've been binging the Film Flamers for about the last 6 weeks, and I am just finally writing a quick review of their show. Chris and Robert have an obvious and sincere love of horror, and it's always fun to get their takes on both new stuff and old. They have an incredible chemistry, and make even some of the movies I don't love interesting to learn about. Perhaps, most importantly, their irreverent senses of humor always makes me laugh, or at the very least, puts a smile on my face. Lastly, their hearts are totally in the right place. It's always nice to support good people. Cheers from Richie in the 715.
Wow, that's Wisconsin.
That is Wisconsin. I had to Google it, Richie. Thank you for the review. It's been so long. We've forgotten what it feels like to get one, and that seemed very genuine and heartfelt, and we are glad to have you listening and binging, meaning you're going back to some of the older episodes.
Yes, what a wonderful review to break the seal.
That's right.
Again, I hate that saying, actually.
Break the seal. Yeah. It's like we're in a bar.
Breaking the seventh seal.
I know that there's some comments coming up from you and on some older episodes, but as you're listening to those, please feel free to leave us comments and let us know what you think about some of those. We like to take a walk down memory lane from time to time and remember our pasts.
We do. It's weird. Some people really shy away from commenting on older episodes, but we get those notifications.
And we like it.
We do. We like it a lot. Well, we've got some comments.
You want to kick us off?
Sure. From our deep dive into All of Us Strangers, Bennett over on Patreon said, it's about time you both covered this movie. You might remember me leaving multiple voice messages a couple of years ago after just seeing it and absolutely bawling my eyes out. No one I knew had seen it yet, but I was desperate to talk about it with someone. If you're a gay man who grew up in the 80s or 90s and you lost a parent at a young age like I did, it definitely hits a lot of deep nerves. I had also heard some of the theories you presented about it, and some of them were still new to me. It can make you emotional wreck at the end while also carrying multiple layers of meaning on multiple viewings as well. Hard agree.
Yeah, I can totally see that this movie is one that just begs to be watched again, just so you can start seeing things and picking up on new hints and stuff.
Yeah, and also from an interesting filmmaking point of view, which is something that I think we touched on a little bit, for some really, really intentional directing to kind of handhold the audience towards a feeling versus something that's literally unfolding on screen. Anyway, it's a whole thing. So listen to that episode. Again, my favorite Letterboxd review for that movie was I
cried so hard I threw up.
Cried so hard I vomited. Come vomit cry with us.
So we hope that you were pleased with the episode, Bennett. We do remember you leaving us multiple messages about it.
Yes, and that's what got it on my list to begin with. Plus, I like Adam Scott. Andrew Scott, not Adam Scott.
Yeah, we don't care for him. No, I do like him.
Well, he was in Hellraiser. Hellraiser, the toy maker.
That's right. And most recently in Hokum.
Yes, he was, I guess, and Severance, blah, blah, blah.
He was in all the things.
Parks and Rec, maybe?
Yes.
Anyway. Also, K. Wayne Thornley said on Spotify, this film tore me apart.
Will tear your soul apart.
Which, speaking of Hellraiser, but Robert did not share nary a single tear.
No.
Which is very strange because you cry at fucking commercials.
I do.
So I don't know what was going on there. Maybe we're just like too in on the academics.
Yeah, I think it was twofold. So, yes, my brain academically was working overtime while watching it. And I was just like, oh my God, it reminds me of this theory, which I talked about in the episode. I pontificated all over it. And I fear that in my old age, I'm growing a little bit more, I don't know, stoic. And it is taking a lot more to make me cry these days. Maybe on the second watch.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess you'd have to be. I've noticed though that you've been less emotional as you've been. All your brain power is going towards the academics.
I'm too smart for emotions now.
Well, it's not that. I think it's that you are having to have that part of your brain just turned on, like all the time, to think about things from an analytical and almost a liturgical, literary standpoint.
Yeah. Well, maybe after I finish my master's thesis, then I will be back to crying. However, I did cry both times that I watched K-pop Demon Hunters, so the tears are still there.
You've watched it again?
Yeah, I want you to see it. I love K-pop Demon Hunters.
God.
From our hot take on the back rooms, Ariz on Spotify said, yes. We can count on you for the hot take. Watch The Oldest View after your recommendation a few years ago has stayed with me as one of the creepiest movies I've watched. Hear, hear.
Always feels good for people to listen to our recommendations, especially when they're harder to find. You can't like rent that one. You can't go out in the theater and see it. You literally have to go on YouTube and watch it.
Out of all the movies that we've talked about in the last, 5 years plus, I think that is the one that I have taken the most people and forcibly sat them down to watch.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's good. I'm glad you watched it, Ariz.
From our derp dive into society, Bennett over on Patreon said, I watched this a few years ago on the Criterion channel of all things, and I remember it being okay for the most part, but definitely did not forget how much deadly fisting happens near the end. That's right.
Yep, there is some deadly fisting happening right in the rear of that film, and it is possibly the best part of it.
It is, hands down. Hands in.
Hands in. From our deep dive into The Omen, Bennett over on Patreon said, I know you mentioned something can Gregory or peck, but does anything peck at your Gregory? No.
No. I don't know what my Gregory is. I know what my peck is.
We don't like to turn peck into a verb. It's already a verb. Gregory can only be a verb. Give us some time to think about that. I'm sure that something pecks my Gregory, but I feel like that's a bad thing. I feel like Gregorying my peck is a good thing.
It's like something sticking in your craw.
That's right. Something pecking my Gregory. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. I think we just found a new phrase. Thank you, Bennett.
Yep. From our hot take from the Overlook Film Festival, BattleBurrito over on Patreon said, I really hope that Never After Dark gets a wider release. I was fully taken in by the movie, and it's hard to put a finger on what had me. And this is the one that was the Asian one that kind of reminded us of like a long lost like Ringu or Ju-on movie, right? Mm-hmm. Except that it has even more of like an interesting twist on it, I felt like. And it's kind of almost like a modernized version of that, but it's just a good ghost story.
It was
right?
good.
And I really wanted it to be kind of like a franchise or like almost like kick off a TV show or something. But I'm really hoping that this gets a wider release, and I think it will be. I think, right? It's getting released in the fall.
Yeah, good news, everyone. It is getting, I don't know how wide of a release, but I mean, it's getting released to theaters this October, and I would love to see it again.
Yep.
Especially with another group.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki over on Instagram said, I still can't believe that at Film Professor Bear met you at Overlook. I'm dying of equal parts envy and joy. I gotta get there next year.
And we got the photos to prove it.
That's right. And yes, you do, Nikki.
Although he has, I guess, vastly different taste because we only were in the same movie like once.
And not even in the same theater. I think he just was in a different screening. But
but we hung out a little bit and we took pictures and talked and shared some notes, I think, afterwards and stuff about some of the things.
Yeah, even during, I feel like I would run into him, in the mall where it's held and, ask what you just watch.
Exactly. Yeah, we would run into it. And so that's perfect because there's no obligation, like you're going to run into the people. You can share your schedules. We shared our schedules, what we wanted to see. And we all chose different things. And so that's part of the beauty of it. So if you guys choose in the future to go to Overlook, there's no obligation to see what we're going to see. We'll meet you. We could, talk about things in the wings. It's great.
Right. We could meet up at the little bar there and have a drink until the next movie starts.
Mm-hmm. At the very least, bitch about all the drinks they just ran out of.
That's right. They never have enough fucking PBR. It pisses me off every year. Damn it.
JJ Strauss over on Instagram said, drag? Is it about murderous drag queens?
No. It's about, what's that act? Lizzie Kaplan throwing her back out.
And it's great.
It is.
I think people are going to be talking about that one.
There's no release plans for this yet. And I feel like
that's insane to me.
That's a mistake because it was such a good, fun movie. And I really want to watch that again too. You know what?
And John Stamos is in it.
I feel like this year at the Overlook was really good. Like, just by and large, I feel like it was enjoyable. There weren't that many movies that I thought were trash.
Yeah.
That we saw, anyway.
Well, we're getting more discerning.
Yeah.
We're getting less experimental.
That's right.
I think this is the first year that we've just said, fuck all the shorts.
That's right. Well, no, I think after that one terrible year, we said no more shorts.
Yeah.
And we've stuck to it.
Yeah.
From our top 10 disaster movies countdown, Bennett over on Patreon said, speaking of Roland Emmerich again, I'm surprised that 2012 didn't crack the top 10. Didn't that gross a gobbledy ton of dollars too?
Yes. And so that is on the list because he's never seen it.
I have not. That's why it did not crack the top 10.
And it's got some over the top. It's like the end of the world disaster movie to end all disaster movies. Plus, you would tell a Geo for, isn't it?
I want to see it. I feel like it's something that I would enjoy. So,
yes.
Don't you mean Gobbledy Gillian, Bennett?
Gobbledy Gillian. Gobbledy ton. From our Shooting the Flames episode back in March of 2024. Wow.
Yeah.
Crash Blakmor said, love your show. I've been binging it over the last few weeks and just became a patron. Check out 1977's Shockwaves for an early Nazi zombie effort. So that's actually quite decent. Really love the humor you sew into every episode. Also, Muppety is my new favorite adjective. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think someone wanted to do a drinking game for whenever we say Muppety.
Mm-hmm.
I made something else
game.
too.
The rules are out there.
3.5.
Somewhere. 3.5. Shockwaves. I don't know what that is. I thought Shockwaves was the sequel to Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I thought there was like one called like White Snow or something like that. That was
Dead Snow.
Dead Snow. Mm-hmm. That was like the Nazi zombie one. And I thought that would have been the first one, but apparently not. Apparently Shockwaves.
There's a whole a whole subgenre of these things.
Sub genre.
Sub. That's right. From our deep dive into The Descent, Browschick over on Instagram said, what? Robert hasn't seen this? Who's the real monster here?
Well, that's Robert. No,
Me.
but he's seen it now.
I have. I've crossed it off my list.
And it's an excellent movie.
You know what? That was a fun month. I really liked that, like, pick a movie for the other one to watch thing. We need to revisit that.
I really do. I think that's the case.
Yeah.
I am moments away from giving our patrons a poll that lets them choose if we widen the aperture of the podcast a little bit more.
Oh, really? A poll, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. Send it out and we'll see what they say. Like any poll, I guess.
Let's see what you say first.
And no, I'm all for it. I like the voice of the people. What I was going to say, though, is that I feel like if we keep having months, like choose a movie for the other one to watch, I'm eventually going to have to see Come and See. And
well, I haven't seen it either.
And that frightens me. I know, but still.
Well, it's supposed to be like the horror movie to end all horror movies. Except that it's a war movie.
And I'll probably cry at that. I mean, for anyone who's wanting me to cry,
Yeah.
that could be the one.
Well, I'm dead inside, so anything that makes me cry. From our deep dive into House, Just Hayes over on Instagram said, great episode. Did either of you ever see The Greatest American Hero? As a kid, that's what I always remember William Catt from. It even had a horror adjacent episode that scared me. The Beast in Black. Great title. Greatest American Hero.
Yeah, I've never watched it, but I know what it is. Just because I think William Catt's dreamy. So I know what he's been in as an actor.
Okay. Was it kind of like MASH?
No, it's kind of like Bionic Man, I guess.
I remember like American Gladiators.
I do like American Gladiators too. I like when they fight with those little Q-tips. From our deep dive on The Vanishing, Julie over on Facebook. We never get comments on Facebook. Wow, Julie, thank you. I remember hearing about this movie during Bravo's 100 Scariest Movie Moments. When I finally watched it, I was like, that was it. Agreed. Slightly bored while watching.
That's what I said.
Yeah, she's agreeing with you.
That was it.
Yeah.
I wanted it to go like somewhere else. I went to this whole cosmic egg thing. Kind of reminds me of All of Us Strangers a little bit now. Of where it could have gone. Anyway.
Yeah, it could have. They could have been searching for each other at gas stations throughout its
The great cosmic egg of my soul. From our Shooting the Flames episode in Q2 back in March, Scissor Fight over on Spotify said, shit timeline and UFC event. Just please die. Great show as always, though. You guys, tremendous chemistry and really make me laugh a lot. Thank you.
And
must have been talking about Mr. Trump.
Yes, I assume we were. And that UFC fight happened, everyone. Yeah. From our Up in Flames episode of 2025, Julie over on Facebook said, I'd love to hear a weapons deep dive from you two.
Oh, you would you?
It'd probably happen, Julie. I mean, I assume.
Well, they're doing a prequel for Miss Gladys.
Which she's the best.
So maybe when that releases, we can do a deep dive and then do a hot take.
That's right. I liked Weapons. I thought it was good.
Yeah. Yep. From our top 10 gateway horror movies, Scissor Fight over on Spotify says, the Night Gallery TV series was big time gateway horror for me. Still loving it at 59, baby.
Night Gallery is good. I think I've seen more Night Gallery episodes than I have Twilight Zone episodes.
I don't even remember it. I don't know if I've ever even heard of it.
I'm sure you have.
I watched the Logan Run TV show. Did you watch the Logan's Run TV show?
No, I've seen the movie. That was enough.
There was a haunted episode of Logan's Run.
I assume all the episodes of Night Gallery was haunted. I don't know. It's good. Yeah, it's streaming somewhere. You can watch it. Let's watch one episode.
Okay.
From our deep dive into The Nightmare Before Christmas, Desi Rojas on Spotify said, thank you for doing this podcast.
She's Irish and Spanish.
Desi Rojas. Thank you for doing this podcast of my favorite movie. I grew up with Nightmare Before Christmas as a kid, and it is still my favorite movie of all time.
Finally, someone on Spotify randomly that like is talking about this movie is commenting on it without being like, fuck your podcast. I wanted to watch the movie. I'm like, you're on Spotify.
It doesn't even show, well, it does show videos now, but like not for that.
Yeah.
Also, Desi Rojas, I think that's like our most popular episode at this point.
Yeah.
It has surpassed all the others to become number one.
Yeah.
Which is weird to me.
The weirdest episodes of ours, not always, but like there's some weird, like The Ghost in the Darkness is in the top 10. You would never have thought that.
No.
Probably because like it's so niche, but everyone kind of remembers it a little bit, you know, and then, you know, they probably look it up and we're probably one of the very few podcasts that have ever actually deep dove in that one.
I think that's probably it right there.
And then also there's some really cool history with it that's like even wilder than the movie. So
it was a fun episode.
I like to go back every once in a while and listen to that episode.
I have not listened to the Nightmare Before Christmas episode again, but I probably should.
The Man-Eaters of Thavo. Yeah, I haven't either.
From our deep dive into what keeps you alive, Scissor Fight over on Spotify said, "Hail Queens! Have been having a blast going through all of your episodes and jibe closer to Chris's take on this movie. Except more so, even. I liked and was intrigued by the premise of the loving of same-sex couple. But at the drop of a spiked insulin shot, it all got typical cat and mouse for me, and it just got more unbelievable as it went along. Cheers from your biggest fan in the 715, Richie." Thank you, Richie.
Yes. Yeah, I remember there was like a moment where she like escapes, finally like and stops and then goes back around. And I'm just like, that's when I completely checked out.
Yeah, they extended that movie quite a bit. I still like it.
Some of the conversations and motivations in that movie just are so bizarre. It just took me out of it. But it was acted and shot so well. So
I haven't seen that movie in quite some time.
We got some questions and comments.
Okay.
Bear Brown wrote us an email. He said, "In the Q2 episode, y'all referred to me as Brown Bear, and several of my students called me that as well, but only the ones I deemed worthy. Funny, they also say it one word and not two." Spock eyebrow raised. "Saw The Vanishing, and the killer was definitely worth a deep dive. Rex was a complete jerk, and if I was accompanying him, I would have ditched him as well. Villains always make better, richer characters, and I just root for them more." Yeah, he was going to tell us that he was going to watch that because it was a big blind spot in his, horror history. So I'm glad he finally watched that. He goes on and says, "I remember watching the Jack Palance TV Dracula movie when it aired, and when they killed him, I just started bawling. I cried, why'd they kill him? He was a nice man."
Oh,
same girl. And the rest is history. I'm planning to watch the remake of The Vanishing once the semester is over, and I'll pass on my thoughts. I forgot about that.
I actually remember the remake, and I feel like I liked it quite a bit more.
Really?
Yeah, it's not good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Oh, okay. It's your framework.
That's right. These movies are either good or they're fun.
I'm also planning to read the book it's based on. Yep, that's how I roll. So there isn't a black and white version of The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, going back to an earlier conversation we had. I have a digital copy and make it in black and white myself.
Oh, shit.
That's cool. I have an assignment I give to my advanced cinematography students based on an exercise that Steven Söderberg did when he made a Raider of the Lost Ark black and white and stripped away all the sound, replaced it with a soundtrack, and studied it for visual storytelling and composition. Students pick a film of their choice and give a presentation on their findings. I think that's absolutely awesome.
What a fun assignment.
Yeah. Lastly, you haven't seen Yule Log 2. Gasp. Very different, but connected. I'm a big fan of anthology films and was hoping this one would be, and it wasn't, but I think they made it work. There. Yes, we definitely have to, maybe for this Christmas. Although, yes, this Christmas. We are always scraping the bottom of the barrel for those Christmas horror movies.
I think on the docket right now is LA Confidential.
Because it starts off the Christmas Diner Massacre.
I wonder if there's any connective tissue to Yule Log 2. We could just do them both.
From Law Confidential
to Yule Log. Bear, it was really great meeting you at the film festival, as we've already said. And obviously you have a great love of cinema and know all about the history. And I want to hear more about the assignments you give your students.
Yeah.
I'm so intrigued. So keep those comments and emails coming.
Be interesting to hear from you also how you're dealing with AI and your students. Be interesting. I would think that a lot of stuff having with the aesthetics and cinematography and photography and video and things like that, it might be interesting to see if some of your students are utilizing AI in any way and what your reaction to that is, positive or negative or both.
Yeah, give us a call on the hotline too. Let us know.
Yeah.
We got a DM on Patreon from Shadow of the Dead Swan, and he says, Robert and Chris and Robert. After re-enjoying a few back episodes, I discovered that the episode I was referring to with "what episode was it?" in my previous communication was the Scream 7 review.
Oh, God.
We tried hard to find something to like. Went like this. This actress is back, but maybe she shouldn't have been. This franchise got a number 7, but maybe it shouldn't have. The film had a plot, but who gives a shit? Still, it wasn't as caustic or defeated as I remembered it being on first listen. Good thing you gave us the Overlook episode when you shared the straight up truth. I would say gay up truth on future film horror and what films we should catch and which ones not to waste time on. I got a Post-it note with titles and a check mark for look for it and an X for forget about it. Always appreciated. Keep up the good work. We are listening. Big thanks, The Shadow.
Yeah, we hate to shit on stuff, but
Yeah.
Scream 7 was so painful because we care about it so much.
Yeah. And I mean, at this point, like the Scream franchise has been a motherfucking roller coaster. Okay.
For real.
Like sometimes they're really, really good and then it just hits a low. But even those low ones that I've gone back to watch again, I like them more on rewatches. So that's not to say that Scream 7 is not going to like do it for me later on. But like this first watch was just super not the kind of nostalgia that I think they should have went for.
Yeah.
So, but The Shadow, we always want to know if you catch any of these movies from Overlook. So keep letting us know, please.
Bennett over on Patreon said, I'm wondering if you have any months on your future docket dedicated to discussing folk horror. Reason I ask is I recently went through a period where I was watching The Wicker Man on a weekly basis. The good one, not the Nicolas Cage one, just to clarify. It's one horror cult classic that I surprisingly first saw as a teenager, but that sort of gets better with each viewing. And it's really musical too. You had me watch this for the first time fairly recently in history, right?
Did I?
Or I watched it by myself.
I mean, I've seen it several times, but maybe you did watch it.
Maybe I don't remember, and we didn't. It's always annoying when I look back and I'm like, I just watched that recently for the first time, and it's not something that we did for the podcast. I'm like, what kind of a waste is that?
Well, sometimes we just watch things for fun.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed the shit out of it. I feel like I would enjoy even more on second watches and stuff. And I could definitely see someone watching this episode. I can definitely see someone watching this movie on a weekly basis, if nothing else, to have on in the background because there is so much fucking music.
And I think it's an enjoyable movie. I feel
it's a comfy, like, curl up on the couch movie too.
It is. There's something very comforting about it. And y'all know, I love a good comfort horror film. And this is one, you know? And sure, I mean, I don't think we have anything on the docket dedicated to folk horror, but a few years ago, I watched this 4-hour documentary on folk horror movies, and because as I am like to do, and I made a whole list of folk horror movies that I hadn't seen before, and instead of watching any of those, I rewatched The Wicker Man.
Maybe that's what happened.
Yeah, and I think
we watched part of it together, and I was like, I want to watch The Wicker Man. You're like, let's do it, and then we maybe watched it.
Maybe. I mean, it's good, and I'm certainly deep diveable. So I assume at some point in the future we'll do The Wicker Man.
Yeah,
the good one, not the Nicolas Cage one.
Well, I guess Meow, we can go back to Letterboxd and we can actually look at the date we watched it and reviewed it.
That's right. Letterboxd is good for a diary.
Yeah.
Do we have any voicemails?
Oh my God, we have two.
Two voicemails?
Yo, Film Flamers. I'm commenting right now in the middle of your hot takes for the second quarter. Or not hot takes, you know what I mean. Heating flames. Thank you. Brain. Anyway, I had to comment. It's early morning, so my brain's not all the way there yet. But I wanted to comment to say that you have to see Come and See. Come and See, Come and See. It is brilliant. It's a little long, and I remember that. So you got to, set up the time to allow yourself to enjoy it in one take. But, oh, man, that movie is amazing. It's quiet. It's loud. It's sad. It's happy. Oh, man, that movie... And it's gut-wrenching. I will say that. Everybody should know that going in. But, man, that movie, it hits. It hits. And I do agree with Spielberg or whatever, saying that, watch that before you make Schindler's List, because that is a legit comparison. I mean, that same kind of feeling you get, like, how can man do this? But that's the whole point of the movie, right? Anyway, yeah, and I also want to comment now about your take on Wild Zero. I'm not mad, just disappointed. Next time you watch, you need to watch it together, have alcohol in hand, play the drinking game, and not only will you enjoy it more, but I think it'll set in. And oh, by the way, those names on the band are exact rip-off of the Ramones. All the Ramones went by something Ramone. Joey, Johnny, they're all Ramone. So it's the same idea. They totally ripped off the Ramones and they do it with love. Anyway, that's all I got. Love you guys. Take care.
Hey, Grotus.
I'm so sorry you're disappointed in us. That always hurts more when Daddy's disappointed. Not angry.
And, maybe a spanking is in order. We watched it together, just to clarify.
Punish us.
Yep.
Yeah, we watched it together. We just didn't. I guess I expected more just batshit, and it was batshit.
It was
But
batshit.
I don't know. Like,
I think
maybe it didn't hit. Maybe I should have been inebriated. I really should have done the drinking game, but I think people told us not to.
Yeah, I don't think we wanted to get trashed on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Maybe this is okay. Screw this. I think a rewatch of Wild Zero needs to happen after we have imbibed and maybe hung out at the pool all day and had maybe a little too much to drink and too much sun and are on like the cusp of just going into like crazy heat stroke, and then we'll turn it on and something magical will happen.
I'm sure. I think it's a good watch party.
Yeah,
Movie.
we didn't dislike it, though.
But we sat down with our Dickensian proclivity and it didn't tingle our fancy.
It did not Gregory our peck. The
It
first
kind of
time.
my Gregory.
It kind of pecked our Gregory. And we want to give it another shot because we trust you.
Yeah.
And there was a long time coming watching that movie. And Chris had to purchase it.
And it's a long time coming watching Come and See.
That's right.
They were literally in the same pile of DVDs to watch.
That's right.
So we're just gonna have to do it.
I'm just gonna have to do it. I feel like that's not a summertime watch though.
Summertime sadness.
You're right.
Okay, so I'm giving you guys a lot of content for quarter three, Shooting the Flames. This is this Rose again. Hey, I have an idea. Just came to me epiphany while I'm walking. Hey, let's do a thing. This is a challenge to you. I will drive up to Austin and sit down with you, and we'll do our little, instead of the overlook, we'll do the under peak, maybe? Under peak? Yeah, that sounds good. So under peak, we can do our own under peak festival. And I challenge you to sit down with me and watch the two that I keep mentioning, obviously, Wild Zeros with the drinking game, but also Darabon's black and white version of The Mist, which I have, so I can bring with. But that's my challenge to you. Hope you accept. I'm willing to come there on a weekend someday here in the near future. But just let me know. And if you need my information, just respond to this message. Love you guys as always. We'll never stop listening. Don't ever stop providing content because you guys are one of the best podcasts out there. Very underrated. We love your take on all the movies, even though sometimes we don't necessarily agree. Throw this out.
Oh,
That's exactly.
Sometimes the best families don't agree on things. Well,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah. And we agree enough, obviously. But that's great. I love that we had that little interlude about the drinking game.
Yes.
So we might have to do it, and that would be a watch party, but we're in Dallas. I think he maybe misspoke. Maybe he's in Austin and we're in Dallas.
Maybe Austin is betwixt us. But there is a film festival in Austin that we have been talking about going to at some point.
I thought it was fantastic.
Fantastic Fest. Yeah. But I feel like I would sit down and drink with Scrotus 100%. I'm glad that you said Dare Bounce The Mist in black and white and not Come and See. I thought that's where he was going. He was like, the challenge is we'll watch Wild Zero and Come and See. And I was just like, what are you doing? I was like, my emotions would be all over the place. My God. We might take you up on that challenge sometimes, Scrotus.
Yeah. Definitely have been wanting to watch the black and white version of The Mist for years. We already did the deep dive, but I would like to do like a hot take on that, maybe see how the vibe changes.
Yeah, or sometimes just watch it.
Yeah.
It'd be fun too.
Yep.
Stay tuned, Scrotus. We may be accepting that challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Get the drinks ready. We have some new patrons.
We do.
First up, someone who has had many a comment throughout this entire Shooting the Flames episode, and that is Crash Blakmor from the 715, who joined in the Firestarter category.
And Priscilla Eston Johns, who started the Film Flamer category. Tier.
What a fancy name that is.
Priscilla Eston Johns?
Yes. I love it. That's like a soap opera name. Welcome to the family, YouTube. But we have to shout out our patrons at the Film Flamer tier or higher on Patreon. And at the Film Inferno level, we have
Penelope.
Call Me Lestat.
Nimble Wembley.
And at the Film Flamer tier, we have Ben.
Nikki.
Lisa.
Jessica.
Random Dude.
Ashley.
GlazedDonut.
Rosie Red Leader.
Alex.
William Skinner.
Ryan.
Shadow of the Dead Swan.
Sinistero.
Fleabee Juice 85.
And Priscilla Eston Johns. Thank you guys for the continued support. We're happy to see a Shooting the Flames get this many comments and questions and voicemails and emails, even though, we're doing it quarterly. But, we really made this change to bring you different kinds of content and to take the time to get the comments and respond to all of them. So here you are.
Horror news.
This was originally sent to us from Bear Brown, but this is the Possession remake that's coming up with none other than Margaret Qualley from many things, but most recently
The Substance.
The Substance, and then Caleb Turner and Paul Dano, of all people.
Paul Dano?
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino's favorite actor?
Yeah, whom I don't know who he would play. Maybe the person in the bar that's killed. I don't fucking know. But made by the Smile duology director, Parker Flynn. Parker Finn.
I have seen some news items. Well, I haven't read them. But I have seen many still images talking about this remake, and people seem very, very excited about it.
Well, Margaret Qualley has done some interesting possession-y kind of stuff. She did a music video, maybe. That where she was doing very possession-y kind of stuff, and yes, and so she was easily picked because she kind of even looks like that actress, right?
She does.
So I don't know. Kind of interesting. I was kind of hoping for the director who did the remake or the renewal or the prequel for The Omen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because she did a very kind of possession-y kind of homage there. But normally I would have said the Smile director. What the fuck? But then he did Smile 2, which was his epic.
Yes.
And I kind of want to watch that again. Matt still hasn't seen it.
Oh my God. I loved Smile 2. I thought it was so good. And I like Smile 2. And I feel but that movie, I think he did something really, really special with a very main center actress driven kind of movie. Mm-hmm. And I feel he could be the one to do this. I feel our thoughts and feelings on Possession, which we've done a deep dive into, have sort of evolved and changed over time since that deep dive, mayhaps. Do you have a different appreciation for it now?
I've had appreciation immediately, mm-hmm. right? But outside of that centerpiece, acting thing, it's all over the place emotionally. It's all over the place thematically and pacing. Mm-hmm. It's just, to me, it's not a great film.
But I think it screams for a remake.
It does.
And I am interested to see what somebody else would do with that kind of material.
I want someone to do it kind of in the same style, maybe linearly, at least, as Obsession.
Okay.
And Vibe, maybe.
Yeah.
That would work for me. But I don't know. We'll have to see.
Well, thank you for sending us that piece of information, Bear Brown. And we will be checking that out for sure. Mm. Also, Disaster Piece is returning for They Follow alongside Micah Monroe and the original creative team. This movie has started filming. I think it may have already finished.
Awesome. And Monroe said it's very dark. And she said, we're pushing the boundaries from this one for sure. She teased.
I'm not sure when this is supposed to be released. I don't think it's this year. I think it's next. But Micah Monroe had a movie premiere at Cannes this year called Victorian Psycho, where she plays like a Victorian female serial killer. And it got a very, very long standing ovation.
Which they all do at that place.
Yeah. And
That means nothing to me anymore. Like,
well, I mean, maybe they just judge it by the minutes. I don't know how many minutes it got.
this film made a 15-minute standing ovation at Cannes, and it was like the Blair Witch or something. And I was like, what?
Probably. However, I like Micah Monroe.
So you can't say it has standing ovation when everyone stands up to leave.
And they clap on the way out. We're like, oh my God, they were clapping forever. But the lines to leave were also very long.
You have to clap to use the bathroom.
To get the lights to turn on. I really want to see it, though. It's getting a theatrical release in October. And I will be seeing Victorian Psycho, and I will be seeing They Follow. Because
I will be seeing anything with Micah Monroe, really.
I feel like this movie is like just decades in the making at this point.
I liked everything that she's been in.
Yes. I've never seen a movie that I just completely disliked that she was in.
Did she went to one where we thought it was a vampire, but it was in Romania?
Yeah, Watcher. We saw that at our very first Overlook. It was our very first night of our very first Overlook.
Oh, okay.
And we saw the movie with Kate Hudson, and it was fine. And then we went straight into Watcher, and we were like, "Ooh, what a good movie!" So, I mean, it kind of saved the day, really.
Yeah.
And I mean, we were fans of hers anyway, and we really like It Follows. See our deep dive, and I want to know what to do with the sequel.
Yeah, I got a little philosophical on it, but I hope they really carry forward the themes.
I can't imagine why they wouldn't.
Death and aging.
And you love that soundtrack.
I do. Disaster Piece is great.
Mm-hmm.
Some people really thought it was cloying, like they thought it was just over the top and just too much, but I loved it.
No, I think like at the time that it was made, I think the soundtrack really hit the nail on the head. And then I feel like a lot of people are doing very similar soundtracks these days for horror movies. And so like I think they started a thing,
I also really want to see what they do to make it kind of out of time a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. With a different kind of e-reader, not a shell.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Maybe a chevron. Or Texaco.
Why not a shamrock? A diamond shamrock.
All these shapes. So many shapes to choose from.
I hope these like gas stations exist in other places, or we're just making a very regional joke right now.
What the fuck we're talking about. She had an e-reader and it was in a fucking clamshell, like a literal shell. Anyway, whatever the fuck. Maybe it'll be in a BP. Stupid.
British Petroleum?
We're so stupid. I hate us.
I hate us right now. You know you love us. Everyone else does too. It's the quarterly Shooting the Flames. We celebrate us and y'all.
Coming soon.
Speaking of us, Her Private Hell.
This is the part of the quarterly Shooting the Flames where I just laugh at everything.
Yes, this is a movie starring Sophie Thatcher of Boogeyman, Heretic, and Companion fame.
I forgot she was a boogeyman.
Yeah, and this is in theaters this month, July. It's called Her Private Hell, and it looks very strange and interesting.
It does. It is from the same director as The Neon Demon. And when this trailer first started, I thought to myself, this movie looks like The Neon Demon. And here we are. So
that was definitely an important thing for you to say.
Well, and then it said from the director of Neon Demon. I'm like, okay, well, I get it now.
Yeah, and it looks like the killer is a neon demon.
That's right.
Or a serial killer of some kind. But also maybe sci-fi? Weirdly.
Yeah, it seems like futuristic sci-fi fantasy horror film.
Or it could be like The Cell. Like, I don't know. Don't know.
I really want to do The Cell.
Yeah.
Tarsum, right? And
and I want you to see The Immortals.
Yeah, that's our double feature for that. This movie looks very, very pretty, and I sometimes appreciate a film that can be more style over substance, which The Neon Demon really was. Like, I thought it was a good movie, and I really liked the way that it looked, though.
Never saw it.
It's worth a watch, but this movie looks pretty. You know,
yeah.
So I'm here for that. Like I like a pretty film, and I like a Sophie Thatcher.
It kind of looks Wachowski-ish.
It does. It does look a little Wachowski-ish. I can't even say that. What a tongue twister. Her Private Hell. It seems bloody too, and I'm down for all that.
Oh yeah.
So I like a slasher. Speaking of slashers, there is a movie coming out very soon, directed by one Eli Roth that I have been, watching the news articles just roll in while it was being made.
God, his career is just coming along by the skin of his teeth.
I don't know. I feel like his movies are getting better and better.
Well, I don't know, because he made that one movie that like got horrible reviews, like universally. Everyone shit on, but because he was able to make another movie before that one released, that was successful. Like he made Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, Badlands.
I
forgot all about that one.
I haven't even seen it.
You're right. His movies are not getting better and better. Well, I haven't seen it. It
and
could be
the Clock in the Walls or something too.
Yeah,
maybe.
when he gets away from horror,
But those were horror adjacent. Clock in the Walls is horror adjacent.
Yeah, but it's like family horror adjacent.
I don't know.
This one though is called Ice Cream Man. Yes, and it looks delightfully batshit.
It is very batshit in the way of like the most batshit parts of weapons in a way, because the kids are weapons, right? They're eating this ice cream. They're becoming demonic and want to kill people. I don't know if they're actually demonic, like in an Evil Dead sense, but they're
certainly on something.
Yeah, and the Ice Cream Man is all part of it. But what's confusing to me is that there has been a very famous anthology horror comic series called The Ice Cream Man that's been coming out since 2018. And they're in bidding wars, or I think this stopped having bidding wars. I think like finally like Sony won or something like that to make a movie version or even TV version or anthology version of the Ice Cream Man comics. And this could have been easily one of those episodes, like the way that he is presented, the way that these suburban towns are presented, the story that happens in this, like very similar to the comics. And so it's very strange that this has absolutely nothing to do with those comics.
Are you quite sure?
I'm quite sure. I've looked it up many times just to make sure. And it's just like kind of weird. Like when the actual ice cream movies or TV show comes out based on the graphic novels and comics, like, I don't know, like I'm going to order it because I watched a video on them and I'm just like, the story is really interesting. Like, he's not necessarily like, he's kind of like an It, but he's more neutral. Like he's not evil or good, but he has really dark powers and stuff, but weird shit happens in this town too. So it's kind of weird. So I really want to check that out. But I also want to check out this fucking movie. But it's just weird to me that they're not related.
I know nothing about this comic series.
Yeah.
However, I have watched this trailer for this Ice Cream Man, Roth's, many times, and I like it. Just because I remember like Eli Roth horror movies, and these kids look like batshit and dangerous, and it seems really bloody and very violent, like any Eli Roth movie. And the Ice Cream Man in question is so like emotive. He's very like Art the Clown kind of emotive, and like I really want to see this movie. I feel like I'm gonna have a good time. Like this is a theater watch for me for sure, like 100%.
Oh yeah, has to be. Next up, we've got Werewolf by Robert Eggers, who I have kind of lost faith in.
I don't want to lose faith in him.
No, because The Witch is so good, but it's also his first movie. And he also, but famously has said that's the most mainstream movie I ever want to make. Right? That was his way to get in. But I feel like he's kind of sold out in a way, if that's the case, because he made Nosferatu, which is, I want to say, if anything, more accessible than The Witch. And this is looking like the trailer for Nosferatu was amazing, right? Fucking amazing. But the movie wasn't to me. And Werewolf, the trailer looks good too. Very good, very horror. Yeah. If anything more so, but like at the same time, like I'm a little leery.
You know what I don't like? I don't like Werewolf movies.
Werewolf.
You know what I sometimes like? Robert Eggers movies.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, it stands to reason that I will go and watch this. Now.
Yeah.
You know when you've made it in Hollywood, and he's talking about making accessible and commercial type movies, when you're when your fucking horror movies are being released on Christmas Day, you know what I mean?
All of his movies have been really like
So like Nosferatu and now Werewolf are going to be Christmas Day releases. They're both in the same kind of like classic horror vein and set in like realistic time periods.
And the narrator for this trailer sounds exactly like fucking Dracula.
Yes.
Nosferatu from that movie. And I'm like, interesting. And then I saw a witch in this rising on a broom naked.
Oh,
right.
Lord.
And I'm like, oh, that's from like The Witch. So I'm wondering if he's actually kind of doing a crossover in this movie, because I saw a lot of different interesting things and I heard interesting things. So I wonder if he's actually going to try and do something a little bit more ambitious rather than a tiny little folk tale or a retelling of a retelling of a retelling in the case of Nosferatu was.
Yeah. I thought Nosferatu was fine.
It was fine. I just wanted so much more.
Yeah, I was expecting more.
Yeah, it needed more horror beats or something. And then there was this Penny Dreadful thing with like her heritage of being a sorceress from Egypt or something like that. And I was just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but never forget what that movie gave to us, though. We are forever walking around saying, like, pray, it's Christmas tide.
Pray tell.
But darling, it's Christmas tide.
Not in front of my salad.
Speaking of Christmas tide, the final trailer we're talking about today seems equally as good and violent as the Ice Cream Man. And
God, we are just on point with our segues.
I'm telling you, it's a gift. This is like Christmas horror, which is one of my most favorite subgenres. And this is a movie called Unholy Night.
I might wait for January for Werewolf and see this instead on
That's
Christmas.
right. If we're going to watch any movie on Christmas Day, it'll be Unholy Night.
Because this one is basically the elderly.
But mixed with the Evil
more
Dead.
fun. Yeah. So Evil Dead, all the elderly are turning into Evil Deads on Christmas. And they're having to like, the elderly are doing like batshit Evil Dead acrobatics, and they're having to like
burn people's faces with hot pans.
Yeah. It like elderly stuff. Like, yeah, just like really fun, you know.
That's right.
I'm going to smear you with Bengay. I don't know.
Put the sweater on I gave you. I don't know.
Tearing off their adult diapers and stuffing them in your mouth.
Gross.
Stuff like that.
We were having a perfectly nice conversation about like violence, and you had to bring that into I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to watch this movie. There's a lot of hot guys in all these movies too. That's like the through line. For all these trailers.
We did see whatever his face is, Adam Cheeseball's ass in the Werewolf trailer.
Adam Cheeseball?
Yeah, whatever the actor's name is.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even recognize the actor.
Yeah, he was in Nosferatu.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And he played Kick-Ass.
Oh.
Alan Taylor Green? Or
Aaron Taylor Green?
Yeah. Yes.
Something like that?
Yes. He was also Quicksilver.
Yeah, there was lots of ass in the Werewolf trailer.
Yeah.
And there was penis all through Nosferatu in that one part.
In that one, all through it in that one part.
Wow.
Yeah, hanging dead corpse peen.
That's what I live for.
Well, on that note, I think that about wraps up this episode.
That's my life. Well, I think that just about wraps up this quarterly Shooting the Flames. As always, we need more comments and questions and voicemails and all the things. So find us on social media at The Film Flamers on Blue Sky, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Threads.
You can email us at tiredqueens@filmflamers.com or call us at 972-666-7733 and let us know, do you have hanging Nosferatu corpse peen?
That's right. Scrotus called and left us a challenge. You can challenge us as well. We accept many challenges. But the point is, Shooting the Flames comes but once a quarter, so get all those in now.
You have 3 months.
Yeah, maybe not right now. You can take your time. We have more content coming out for you in July. In fact, we have a lot of content coming out for you soon. There's going to be a hot take and a couple of deep dives.
Right, we're going to hot take Evil Dead Burn.
So I'm looking forward to that too. It's all the violence that I want to see right now.
Burning hot take.
Burning hot. Evil Dead burning hot take. And we are venturing into the world of the graphic novel, talking about Watchmen.
That's right. As well as
The one you've been wanting me to see for quite some time.
Watchmen.
V for Vendetta.
Oh, V for Vendetta.
I've seen Watchmen.
Yeah, we almost watched V for Vendetta for Pride.
That's right. But we pushed it back for this. And coming out on Patreon, there's a bonus episode, maybe a poll, TBD.
Yeah.
But head over to patreon.com/thefilmflamers and join the family over there and get all of that bonus content, including what we bring for you in July.
Yeah, I'm thinking about some more literary / graphic novel-y sources like Solomon Kane.
So many things on the list already. Well, Chris,
Laura.
I feel like I have laughed myself into a stupor, and it's time for me to go
Rub and gay.
rub Bengay all over me like that, like the smelterly I am, and have some sweet dreams. Have you ever put on Bengay?
No,
Me neither. We're almost to that age, though.
but I've been gay. Stupid.
Segue.